Hi, I'm George Cox for ActonTV. We are coming to you today from West Acton Village Works. It's a beautiful winter day, so we thought we'd get out of the office. Coming up on today's show, learn how to ski at Nashoba Valley Ski Area, the ActonBoxborough Ski Team, and information about Theatre 3's latest production on this edition of Talk of the Town. We thought we'd come inside from the cold into the Acton Coffee House. Coming up next, learn how to ski with Pam Fletcher and Rob Murphy from Nashoba Valley Ski Area in Westford.
Hi, I'm Pam Fletcher with ActonTV. I'm back again with Rob Murphy here at Nashoba Valley Ski Area. Rob is one of the assistant ski school directors here at Nashoba, and we're going to talk to Rob a little bit about the benefits of lessons and particularly the 6-week and 3-week programs that we offer. Tell me from your experience working with both kids and adults what the benefit is of having a repetitive lesson week after week.
Oh, the benefits are just huge. When a kid comes in for a lesson, maybe it's an hour, sometimes it's 45 minutes for the younger kids, but to have that kid come through with a smile on his face and he already knows who his instructor is. You know, you say, who are you with? And they say, oh, I'm with Jim, and Jim's looking forward to having them, and he's coming through, and Jim already knows what they need to work on. So having that familiarity with the student on what they worked on the weeks before, what they worked on and lessons before, and what they need to work on the next week is huge. That way you're not walking in with a blind lesson.
And isn't it nice too that, you know, our guys, our rental crew sets up the kids in terms of their equipment for the week, whether they're on skis or a snowboard, so that, you know, they don't have to mess around with that as well.
Yeah, so the guys over at the rental shop are amazing, and we've had in-depth conversations about, you know, how they already know as soon as that child comes in that this is what they have. They have a whole information center on what that child has got before. It makes the process so much smoother and so much quicker to get them back out for their lesson on the next time.
And think about this, Rob. I mean, then they don't have to worry about anything. I mean, they're not so, you know, fretful about, oh, where's my equipment? What do I need? They're ready to go. They're out on the snow, so that gives them more time to turn.
We take a lot of the worrying out of the whole process. One of the big things is that the parents also need to know that they can put their kids in our hands and know that they're in good hands. And when they come here, they get that feeling of, you know, they say the child's name. Before they know it, the kid's got his equipment, they're out on the snow, and then they come through, and then I have a familiar face with the children as well. And like I said before, when the instructor knows the child and the child knows the instructor, it's just a huge relief on both parts that they have already met each other. And by the 3rd or 4th week, they're on a first name basis, and you know, their progression is so much further because they've gotten over that hurdle of not knowing where their child is.
Now, what are some of the fun things that you do with the kids in terms of learning drills? I know that they work with some of the very young ones, especially the ones that are 3 years old. They use a lot of things like stuffed animals and fun toys to play with, and they have hula hoops and little obstacles they go around. Describe the importance of making it fun for the kids and how that helps with learning.
Oh, so we have a whole you know, variety of toys and obstacles, and we have a huge shed just filled with things, and when you see you know, a child who may be, you know, off in the distance or kind of losing their interest, things that are interactive, things that can bring a smile on their face, changes the whole game. It gets them back into it, and it makes them look forward to coming back on the next week when they have a
And it's not just like, you know, they're playing with a toy or whatever. They're actually utilizing a stuffed animal to put themselves in good body position. Can you just kind of demonstrate right here what that might be? Absolutely. Here, imagine this is a stuffed animal, my mitten.
Absolutely. I mean, we have frisbees that we hand out to the kids, and we tell them, you know, drive like mom and dad. And so what that does is it makes them hold it out in front of them, and when they take that frisbee and they turn it like they're turning a steering wheel, what they don't know is that they're turning it and it's putting their pressure onto their other foot and actually helping them turn. So these interactive things, these obstacles, although it's fun and it looks fun for the kid, it's actually helping them ski, which is the best part.
Now for adults, what types of things do you help them in terms of overcoming fear? I know I've talked to some individuals and they're like, oh, I don't know about skiing or snowboarding, I'm older. And what are some of the things that you do to instill that kind of security, that kind of comfort?
Really, it's our beginner terrain. So our beginner terrain is like none other. It's long, it's wide, it's plentiful. So you know that when, you know, the adult comes, we're not throwing them right onto something that they can't handle. We have so many little things. We have a small magic carpet and a large magic carpet and a large rope tow and a larger rope tow. So there's so many things that you can start small and work your way up, and not having that fear of just getting thrown into the mix, it makes all the difference.
Well, and I say to people, even at a higher level, if you can't, you know, ski in control and feel comfortable, you know, on 4 or 5 turns, what makes you think you're going to feel comfortable going down a whole mountain? So it is always good to learn on a very mellow slope and try new things.
Absolutely, and our instructors are great too. We got some of the best instructors out here. They're very observant on how well someone is able to pick things up. Everyone learns differently, and everyone picks things up differently. So to be able to have the instructors that are patient and calm and able to calm the student down, whether the student is 3 years old or whether the student is 80 years old. It's really having that confidence to say, listen, we're going to take this one step at a time. We're going to take our time and we're going to learn at your pace.
And isn't it the best when you find a breakthrough with someone?
Oh, it's unbelievable. One of the biggest things is that we have in our 6-week program, a lot of kids start off as beginners. And then on the second week, they're getting signed out as first turns. And then on the third week, they're signed out. And by the 6th week, everyone is making turns and they're getting into parallel, and seeing the progression in just 6 weeks really makes all of this worth it.
And that repetition is wonderful. And if you can't be in there for a 6-week program, there's also a 3-week program as well. For more information on all the lesson programs offered at Nashoba Valley Ski Area in Westford, Massachusetts, visit the website at www.skinashoba.com, and someone can find a lesson for you, and hopefully we'll see you out on the slopes at Nashoba.
We are standing inside Wish Boutique. You might remember we featured them on a previous edition of Talk of the Town. Coming up next, Ann Watson with more information about the Nashoba Valley Choral Concert.
Hello, I'm Ann Watson-Bourne, Music Director of the Nashoba Valley Chorale. The chorale is busy rehearsing for what will be a varied and exciting performance on Saturday, January 27th, 8 p.m. at Littleton High School. We will sing Haydn's glorious Mass in Time of War and Lauridsen's sublimely beautiful Lux Aeterna, both accompanied by members of the orchestra at Indian Hill. We'll also sing a contemporary work by the popular young composer Jake Runestad. This will be a night of passionate, over-the-top singing and also beautiful contemplative moments, not to be missed. Tickets are available at Ed's Weenies in Littleton, Union Coffee Roaster in Ayer, at the door, or at our website, www.nashobavalleychorale.org. Hope to see you there.
We are at the gallery at Village Work. It's actually a beautiful space here. Coming up next, Ed Knights of Theater 3 sits down with the director, James Talek, of their new production, Shakespeare in Hollywood.
Hi, I'm Ed Knights for Talk of the Town, and today I'm going to be talking with James Talek, who is the director of Theater 3's Shakespeare in Hollywood. Hello, James.
Hi, Ed. How you doing?
Fine. So tell us about this play. Why should people come see it?
Well, Shakespeare in Hollywood is, as the title suggests, Shakespeare in Hollywood. So Puck and Oberon are heading back home from their latest adventure, and they take a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
And those are characters from?
From Midsummer Night's Dream,
Yeah,
Shakespeare's
okay.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes.
And they end up in 1930s Hollywood.
Okay.
And they're there for 24 hours and cause Warner Brothers to produce their first Shakespeare Midsummer Night's Dream based on them. So there's chaos ensues.
Okay. And so basically, is it some of it like a farce? Is it
It's, well, yeah, I mean, pretty much all of it's like a farce. Imagine those very fast-paced, fast-talking 1930s black and white movies with all like, wow, 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 and that kind of stuff. That with Shakespeare.
Got it. Got
And
it.
magic, hopefully.
So tell us how you first got involved with the theater.
So I have always been a performer. I've been a singer since I was 9 years old. But that's all I did was sing. And in my 20s, one of my friends was doing a show called Brigadoon, funnily enough. And she said, they're looking for men. And they're always looking for men. She said,
Yes.
you should come. You have a good voice. They'll let you in. I said, okay. That was me. 30
Wow.
years later, I'm here. And it's funny, my first show here at the theatre was Brigadoon.
But did you end up having to do sword dance? And
I had to do the sword
Oh,
dance.
boy.
Yeah, yeah, I had to learn it all. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
little easier for me because I'm Scottish, but
It's in your blood.
right, it's in my blood. Yeah, but yeah, it was good coming back here to revisit it because I hadn't
Yeah.
done the show since then, and that was
Sure.
like 20-year gap between the two. So
Sure. And have you ever directed Shakespeare in Hollywood before?
I have not directed Shakespeare in Hollywood. I've never directed Shakespeare, but for adults.
Uh-huh.
I've done 2 Shakespeares with my fall program at Catholic Memorial High School in West Roxbury. They do a play every year, and last year we did Hamlet.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah.
Good.
I managed to get it down to 2 hours. Don't tell Shakespeare.
Okay.
And but
Speed
I've-
reading.
right, speed reading. Yeah. But I've never done it with adults. And when the Sandy approached me to see if I'd be interested, I said sure without even reading the script. I just assumed it would be good, you know. And then it was Ken Ludwig, and I know he's good. So, but I never realized how funny it was.
So, so you picked it because Sandy contacted
Right.
you, and then you figured out, yes,
Right.
it is good.
Yeah.
Got it. Have there been any particular challenges in directing this play?
Yes, because there's many challenges with this because the show, there's the show, and then there's a movie that they're making in the show.
Right,
So
a show about a show.
Right,
sort of,
so
yeah.
I like a show within a show, but it's a movie within a show.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people that are characters in the show have to create that character, and then that character has to create a character which is Shakespearean, and then there's a whole other section where they're all talking Shakespeare. But and then of course to add to that mayhem, you have Puck and Oberon, who are not even from this area; they're from the woods, and they're fairies. So yes, there's been a lot of challenges.
Wow. Is there any favorite show that you've always wanted directed but you haven't directed yet?
There is a musical that no one will do because they don't know it, and it is so much fun. It's called Return to the Forbidden Planet, and it is kismet because Return to the Forbidden Planet is based on the black and white movie Forbidden Planet, which is based on Shakespeare's The Tempest.
Okay,
So the musical version is
Segue.
called Shakespeare's Lost Rock and Roll Masterpiece.
Wow.
So it's all 50s and 60s rock music with Shakespearean dialogue
Cool.
set in outer space.
We'll pass that on to the play reading committee and we can lobby for it. Great. So, and I understand people that the show opens on January 26th and it goes for 2 weekends with Friday and Saturday night performances and 2 matinees.
Yep, and we're actually doing cabaret-style seating for this show, so
Great.
come, buy a drink, take it with you, sit down and watch the show.
Okay. And for tickets, people can go to 978-263-9070 or go to the website www.theater3.org.
Exactly, yep.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What is it that gives your life a sense of meaning and purpose? Because once you find that, it puts you in your power place. See, if you know what your life work is, I encourage you to start working on it. If you can't do it all at one time, do just a little bit of it. And if you don't know what it is that you showed up to do, if you don't know why you're here, I encourage you to find out what your purpose is here. What is the meaning of your life? What will be different? Have you ever asked yourself that question?
Have you tried rowing?
A fast-paced and fun sport. Be part of a team and know your potential. You may even advance to the college rowing level, open to 8th graders and above. We also run programs for 6th and 7th graders and adults. Go from walk-on level to a state or national champion. Check out our website for details at betthillrowing.com.
Coming up next, the ActonBoxborough Ski Team from the Nashoba Valley Ski Area in Westford. George here. We are at Nashoba Valley Ski Area in Westford with the ActonBoxborough Ski Team. The coaches, Coach Bill Schmidt and assistant coach Annie Gable. Tell us a little bit about the team.
This year we're a little bit on a rebuilding. The girls have been very successful in the past years. They've won league championship the last 5 years in a row. But we graduated 13 seniors, so it's good. And we have 13 freshmen. So it's a rebuilding year.
Excellent. And Annie, tell us what's going on right now behind us.
The kids are inspecting the course, getting ready for the race, just kind of looking where the gates are, looking where the ruts are, and just kind of get an idea of what they need to do out there.
Now, the Winter Olympics are going on right now. Has Michaela Schriffen been a big influence to the kids on the team?
Oh, I think very much so. Lindsey Vaughn also on the girls' side. It's something really to look up to. They're local girls from the east here, and most of our girls actually ski part-time up north also. So I think it's a big influence.
And how did the ski team get started? How long have you been doing this?
I've only been doing it for 5 years. This is my 6th year, I guess, and I think they've been doing it for about 18 years now. And in the past, they've also been very successful. We had a couple league champions. We had one team champions in the state, so they were state champions. So, yeah, Acton is a good ski town.
You know, and Pam Fletcher is originally from Acton, and we all know she was in the Olympics. Do these kids sometimes aspire to be in the Olympics or, you know, some of these World Cup championships?
I would hope so. Michaela is a big influence. They had the World Cup at Killington a couple months ago, and a lot of the athletes did go up to see that. So it's probably in the back of their head someday.
And what are the age ranges of the kids on the team? It's boys and girls, which is great. What are the age ranges?
So freshmen to seniors. I don't know how old a freshman is. The seniors are 18. So
yeah, they. I think we had one girl that was 14 last year. And the eldest, I think, was about 18, 19, something like that, yeah.
You're out here every week and they're training, and how do they get involved if they want to become a member of the team?
Well, Bill holds an informational meeting every year up at the junior high just to spark some interest for those kids coming up from the junior high. And then at the beginning of the season, probably in November, we hold an informational meeting at the schools telling them about our program, telling them about us and how successful we've been in the past, and kind of doing it that way.
And Bill, if people are watching at home, because we do air in Acton, and maybe they want to get involved in the ski team, what would you like to tell them?
Well, it starts in the junior high. They have in the junior high in R.J. Gray a ski club. They ski at Wachusett once a week for I think about 6 or 7 weeks. So that's really the first thing with the school system that they get involved in. But then the kids also know that there's a high school race team and there's a lot of siblings. We have this year one of our captains, Molly Page. Her brother was also a captain 3 years ago. So it's family oriented. We have two other family groups here, one called the Galatis and the other one are the Foresters, who are brother and sister. So it comes in the family right down the line.
And if people want more information, where can they find that?
They can contact Bill or I. Our emails are on the school website under the athletics department.
Excellent. So contact AB Regional School, and your contacts are right there on the website.
Under athletics, yeah.
Well, we're very excited to see. We're going to shoot some of your ski team racing down this mountain. And how thankful are you to Nashoba just for hosting you here?
Oh, very much so. I'm a little spoiled. I've been associated with Nashoba for 30 plus years as a ski teacher and now as a hill supervisor, and I assist in running the ski school on Saturday. So we have a lot of kids that are ski teachers who are also racers for their home schools. So Nashoba is good to me, so I can say nothing but pluses.
And it's nice to be so close because some of these other schools are driving half hour, 45 minutes to get here, and we're a couple miles down the road.
So right around the corner, the ActonBoxborough Ski Team. If you want more information, visit the school's website. We want to thank these guys for talking to us today, and we're going to show some footage of these guys racing down the hill. Stay tuned. We are here with Molly, Aaron, and Lane, the team captains of the ActonBoxborough Ski Team. Tell us how you got involved in the ski team.
Well, I've grown up racing since I was around like 6 or 7. So once I got to the high school and realized there's a AB ski team, Alpine, I was really excited to be part of it. So yeah.
And what about you?
I actually for a long time was a swimmer, and I always grew up skiing but didn't have a chance to do racing until I was older, and so when I came to the high school, the race team here was actually what gave me the opportunity to try it.
Nice. And Lane, tell us about the team.
The team this year is pretty good. We lost a lot of seniors last year, which is too bad because a lot of them were really great skiers, but we got a lot of new freshmen this year who are really tearing it up and doing pretty well.
Now, what advice would you like to give people, kids in school who want to maybe join the team, but they're afraid to ski? Of course, you got to take a few lessons here at Nashoba Valley Ski Area, but what advice would you like to give them?
Well, the team is, there's a wide range of abilities. So like if you've been skiing only a few times or you've been racing all your life, like the team is so welcoming and any ski ability is welcome, and it's a great team, so yeah.
And it's the Winter Olympics. Do you have any people that you're watching?
Well, Michaela Schifrin in women's, she started as just a slalom skier, but now she's been tearing it up in GS and even downhill. So she's going to be one of the skiers to watch at this Winter Olympics.
Being a team captain, what are some of your responsibilities?
First of all, we have to get all the kids here because we don't have busing. So we actually are one of the few people on especially like the seniors. We have to drive a lot of the kids over, and we also organize fundraising for the team, and we do other like fun activities like pasta parties for team building and other things like that.
What about you?
I think also, like as we've been saying before, like there's a wide range of abilities. So like being able to, like for the new kids who haven't really skied a lot, like being able, like as the mentors and like kind of helping them through and like getting over their nerves.
Right. Which it can be nerve-wracking just going down and everyone scoring you. So how do you keep calm?
Well, breathing is good. Yeah, and I think one thing that I've talked to a lot of the younger girls about, and guys that are new to racing, especially as someone that never grew up racing, it's good to just take it as it is and just give it your best on the day, and at the end of the day, it's just skiing, so just take deep breath and try and go through.
And have fun. Well, I'd like to thank you guys for talking to us, and good luck with the ActonBoxborough Ski Team.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you have a show idea? Maybe you're in a nonprofit, you want us to come out and feature your organization? Then drop us a line at actontv.org. We also offer classes in video production, and you can do your very own TV show. For all of us at Acton TV, we want to wish you a great week. I'm George Cox for Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next time.